Hey, howdy, hey guys! Welcome back to a new Star Wars Saturday. I'm feeling a whole lot better after last week, and I apologize for my voice being kind of screwed. I'm still recovering from that cold, but I do feel a whole lot better. Today's video, we are going to be talking about Order 66 and what is it and how did it come to be. Anyway, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's get into this. Order 66 is an order given to the Republic clone troopers to execute the Jedi on sight and essentially view them as traitors. But the question today is, why did every clone do this on every Jedi and not just certain clone troopers on one or two Jedi? Well, that is going to be the big question, and I'm going to answer that in today's video. So, why don't we get started, shall we? Before the start of the Clone Wars, Jedi Master Sifo Dyas, in his Jedi vision, saw an upcoming war that the Jedi would have to lead. Fearing this, he secretly went to the planet of Kamino and asked the cloners, the Kaminoans, to commission a clone army that would help prepare the Republic for the upcoming war. By episode 1, The Phantom Menace, I'm sure you guys know that episode, right? Qui-Gon, Darth Maul. By that time, during the invasion of Naboo, when Qui-Gon was killed, basically, Count Dooku, who's a Jedi Master, turned to the dark side and became Darth Tyrannus. To pledge himself to the Sith, his master, Darth Sidious, ordered him to kill his former Jedi friend, Sifo Dyas, which Dooku paid off the Pike Syndicate, right there, to shoot him down, eventually killing him. Dooku and Sidious, aka Palpatine, Chancellor Palpatine, would take over Sifo Dyas' operation. And Dooku himself decided that in order for the clones to have the skill to kill the Jedi, they would need to inherit from a very powerful clone template. So, he decided to seek out and ask bounty hunter Jango Fett, who killed 6 Jedi with his bare hands. I mean, if that won't get the clones skilled enough to kill the Jedi, I don't know what will. Anyway, he sought out Jango and recruited him to becoming a clone template, an army of soldiers, exact replicas, following his example, following his lead, basically, his footsteps. Basically, he's their father. And Boba Fett, even, is a clone. I'm not sure if you guys knew that. Anyway, Dooku, still posing as a Jedi, gave the Kaminoans a biochip to put into the clone troopers' heads at birth, which when activated would send the clones into a trance-like state and involuntary, which means against their will, kill the Jedi. So that's why the clone troopers did it without hesitating, without regret. Because they didn't do it willingly. They didn't have free will when Palpatine said the words, "Execute Order 66." The chip in the clones' heads activated, and they lost all their free will. They were being controlled by Palpatine, basically. If a clone removed the inhibitor chips prior to Order 66, they'd be free of it. They could disobey it. A good example of this would be Captain Rex, Commander Wolffe, and Gregor from Star Wars Rebels. Order 66 was at first supposed to be used as a safeguard if any Jedi went against the Republic or fellow Jedi, such as they turned to the dark side and tried to disassemble the Republic. That would be a good example of that, right? Well, guess what? That was all a bullcrap lie, so Palpatine, aka Sidious, could secretly gain control over the Republic, turn it into the Galactic Empire that we all know today, and gain control of the clones they would remain loyal only to him above all else, and so that way he can kill a Jedi without lifting a gosh dang finger. It actually almost got prematurely exposed and ruined during the last few months of the Clone Wars. For those of you guys who are big Clone Wars fans, that was your childhood, comment down below if you watched the Clone Wars even just a little bit. I sure did. And anyway, after the Clone Wars got canceled, they released season 6 as the final official season on Netflix. Go check it out. And a clone trooper named Tup, I don't know his CT number because they all have different nicknames. Anyway, Tup, his chip malfunctioned, although how it malfunctioned is unknown. So it malfunctioned, which caused him to execute Order 66 prematurely, and not only that, in the middle of a battle, and a big battle at best. He killed Jedi Master Tiplar in front of Anakin, his friend Fives, CT-5555, and Master Tiplar's twin sister, Tipley. Fives saw this and tackled Tup, which since then, Fives was just stuck on trying to find out what it was. What caused him to do that? Anyway, it was claimed to be a virus, a toxin, as the medic Kix would say, but Fives thought otherwise, and he went with Tup to Camino, and he found out that not only that Tup and himself had chips in their heads, but every clone on Camino that was being grown at that time, which could be assumed to be a couple thousand clones, all had inhibitor chips. So basically, you can basically assume that if those clones have chips, you have chips, then every clone ever made, including your friends, Rex, Wolf, and all the other clones you fought beside, all have these chips that will probably turn you against the Jedi that you so swore to fight beside and that you're a good friend with. After being framed by Palpatine, Fives tried to tell Anakin and Rex, CT-7567, all that he knew about the chips. However, Anakin didn't believe him due to these reasons. One, Fives quote-unquote attempted to assassinate the Chancellor, who was unknowingly the Sith Lord behind all of this, and exposing that would end the war and save the Jedi and the clones from themselves. And because of the drugs that Fives was inserted with prior to meeting Palpatine and before assassinating him, attempting to, I should say, because he didn't kill him, one of the Kaminoans who was loyal to Palpatine and Dooku and probably knew they were Sith Lords put drugs into Fives, which over time caused Fives to act a little mentally unstable, which Anakin and Rex didn't know, so they didn't believe him. Well, Anakin didn't. Rex actually questioned it all, and you could see, if you watch Fives' death, you could probably watch Rex closely, and he was like, he's probably thinking, he was questioning it all. Like, is this true? However, Fives was killed before he could tell anyone else. Guess who killed him? His own brother, Commander Fox, a clone that is inherently loyal to Palpatine. I do not like clones that are completely loyal to the Sith Lord and not the Jedi. Big thing is, they didn't even know that Palpatine was the Sith Lord. No one knew. Later on, even Master Yoda, later on in the season, found out that Dooku, Darth Tyrannus, created the clones for them despite turning to the dark side. However, the Jedi decided to cover it all up. Because if the public found out that Dooku, their enemy, created a clone army to help the Republic, created the clone army for the Republic, there would be mass chaos. And that is not what the Jedi wanted. While that is a good thing that they didn't tell the public about that, so, there wouldn't be mass chaos, that was still kind of a bad move to cover it up, because they basically intentionally had all the evidence to slowly pinpoint not only who was Dooku's master and the Sith Lord, but probably able to end the war within a couple of days if they tried hard. But no, they decided to turn a blind eye and and cover it all up, thinking that they'll play the Sith Lord's game. Look how that turned out. Look at Order 66 and look at Revenge of the Sith. How do you think that went? Jedi are too arrogant. Anyway, while Yoda was learning how to become a Force ghost, and I'm sure you're wondering, what does this have anything to do with that? While he was learning how to become a Force ghost, at the end of Season 6, Yoda had a vision on Dagobah, yes, the planet he would visit once he got exiled. He had a vision of not only Order 66, but still, he couldn't see the clone troopers, though. He couldn't see, he saw just black figures. That's all he saw. And he did find out that the Jedi would likely lose the Clone War, but he wasn't entirely sure how. He also tried to figure out the identity of Sidious, but again, due to Palpatine being extremely manipulative, he wasn't able to find out who Palpatine really was. Later on, Palpatine would reveal himself as the Sith Lord to Anakin, which we all see in Episode 3. Though hesitating at first and conflicted and resisting him at first, Anakin revealed Palpatine's true identity to the Jedi Mace Windu, which Mace Windu did another bad move and decided to just rush the Chancellor and arrest him, and not wait for Yoda to get back and plan this out. Later on, Anakin would submit to the dark side and become Darth Vader. Da-da-da-da. Nah, I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, he became the infamous Darth Vader that we all know and fear. Sidious then, with everything in place, using the Jedi assassination attempt on him, quote-unquote, would execute Order 66 and claim that all Jedi, not just the couple that tried to assassinate him, all Jedi. He even said to Anakin, every single Jedi, including your friend Obi-Wan Kenobi, is now an enemy of the Republic. Do what must be done, Lord Vader. Do not hesitate, show no mercy. Anakin, not knowing of Order 66 and completely forgetting about what Fives told him months ago, said, what about the other Jedi spread across the galaxy? Their betrayal will be dealt with. Palpatine then instructed Anakin to take the 501st Legion, his main legion that he's always served in the Clone Wars, to the Jedi Temple and kill every last one of the Jedi, including the younglings. Rest in peace. And the younglings were killed by Anakin, not the clones. And during that same time, Palpatine executed Order 66 on all the off-world planets where the Jedi are stationed at. Felucia, not Kamino, Kashyyyk, just to name a few. Utapau, where Obi-Wan is. And all the clones, chips would activate, and they would turn on the Jedi, despite still fighting the battle droids. They would still view the Jedi as traitors, and once the Droid army was defeated and shut down, they committed their full duty to hunting and killing the remaining Jedi on sight. Only a few Jedi would survive Order 66 due to pure luck or skill. Kanan Jarrus, for example, he's not extremely powerful in the Force at the time. He was only my brother's age, 14 years old, when Order 66 happened. The only reason he survived is because his master, Depa Billaba, laid down her life for his. He was one of those Jedi off-world. And there you have it. How did Order 66 work so effectively? What is it? And what was it used for? Anyway, thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for Sunday Top 5 and a Would You Rather with a special guest. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. And, as always, may the Force be with you. The Force is strong with you all. Anyway, thanks for watching, my friends.